Hello all, love, light, blessings. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. And I hope that this download that I received today for twin flames, particularly the twin flame feminine counterparts, is as beneficial and informative to you as it was to me when I received it today. So it all started last night when I watched the video from Claudia and Vito on their YouTube channel, and I will leave the link for that below this video when I post it on YouTube. But the video that I watched was about healthy twin flame relationships. And one of the things that they talked about, the thing that really popped out to me the most, was how healthy twin flames, or a healthy relationship between twin flames, does not contain resentment towards one another, or any kind of bad, negative emotions or feelings towards one another. Not because they aren't human and those things just do not exist between healthy twin flames, because, as they said, this totally happens all the time. However, as they put it, within a healthy twin flame relationship, you work out your feelings, you heal from your feelings, and sometimes you even have to heal your partner's feelings, because sometimes you can feel their feelings too, and sometimes you have to help them heal themselves. But the download, after pondering this part of their video today while I was at work, the message that I received today about this was that when you are not fully loving and accepting yourself, what you project towards your twin flame is what you get back from them. And even if, ladies, even if you think that or feel that you have progressed down the twin flame journey far enough, like I've been thinking, far enough to have learned how to fully love and accept yourself, if you are still harboring any sort of bad energy towards your twin flame, even if you have any sort of resentment towards them, even if you have frustrations towards them or sadness towards them, or sadness or frustration towards whatever's happening in the running dynamic and relationship between the two of you, even if you think that you have learned how to fully love and accept yourself unconditionally, if you are still feeling anything towards your twin flame that would be considered resentment or hurt or pain or frustration or anger, because of the fact that twin flames are one soul put in two different bodies, right? One soul put into two different bodies, not two souls in two bodies. What you feel towards your twin flame is what you project towards your twin flame on an energetic level, even if you don't realize it. Therefore, if you are sending them messages, whether it's simply energetic and you have no contact with them, or if you're texting them or Facebook messaging them or whatever fancy app you guys have, or even telling them in person, if you hold any kind of resentment or pain or frustration or anger or hurt towards them, what this means is you, yes, you ladies, you are not fully loving and accepting yourself. The reason for this is because you are one soul. If you were truly loving and accepting yourself, think of your twin flame here as another you. If you were truly loving and accepting yourself, the only thing that you would feel towards your twin flame would be unconditional love, unconditional support, unconditional acceptance. So the message that I received today was that even if you think that you are loving yourself and accepting yourself unconditionally, for as long as you are holding any resentment, any pain, any anger, any frustration, or anything like that towards your twin flame, then you are in fact not loving and accepting yourself unconditionally. And when I received this download today, it was like I was just feeling this immediate change in perspective here. Because I myself have been going through a lot of sadness and a lot of pain and a lot of frustration about the running dynamics currently going on between him and I. And I thought that I had been loving and accepting myself absolutely unconditionally. And I have been, but not completely. We are very much like onions. We have lots and lots and lots of different layers. So even when we think that we're doing something like loving and accepting ourselves absolutely unconditionally, we haven't quite got to the absolutely unconditional part. Yes, we have made leaps and bounds, ladies, with learning how to love and accept ourselves unconditionally. But are we really to the point where we are absolutely loving and accepting ourselves unconditionally? Or are we still harboring and projecting onto our twin flame hurt feelings, sadness, resentment, pain, anger, frustration, and that kind of thing? Are we, ladies? Are we really? And most importantly, when we are projecting this onto our twin flame, and when we are not absolutely, completely loving and accepting ourselves the way that we need to, what happens here is that due to the twin flame mirror, we project it onto them, and then they give it back to us energetically, or even in communication or relations between the two of us, or you and your twin flame, the two of you. When we project something towards them, they will then, using the twin flame mirror, project it back to us in pretty much the same form. So then, energetically, we're sending it to them, they're sending it back to us, and then what do we do with it, ladies? Do we work through our pain and learn to love and accept ourselves on a deeper level? Do we work through our hurt feelings and our frustration and our anger? Or do we just push it right back to them? We, as twin flames and as divine goddesses here, ladies, we hold the power to create shifts within our twin flame running dynamics. We alone hold the power. The masculine energy does not hold the power. It is the feminine energy that holds the power. We, as divine goddesses, must learn to completely, absolutely love and accept ourselves. And we must learn to work through and transgress and change our own feelings towards our twin flame. Again, think of them as another you. Think of them as you. When you think of them as you, what do you feel? Do you still feel angry? Do you still feel frustrated? Do you still feel hurt? Do you still feel upset with them? Because if you change your perspective and think of them as yourself, if you are still feeling all of the stuff towards them, then you are really feeling it towards yourself. And you are going to be projecting it onto them, And then they will project it back to you, and you're gonna have to deal with it. But when you work through your pain, when you face your pain, when you heal your pain, and when you therefore get to the point of absolutely loving yourself and accepting yourself and supporting yourself and showing up for yourself and being there for yourself and finding your own inner balance and your own inner calm, what you will project towards your twin flame will be exactly how you feel about yourself then. It will be absolute love, absolute support, showing up for them, being there for them, loving them. You will not have any of this resentment, or not enough of it to cause any sort of problem. You will not have any pain. You will not have anything negative that you are projecting onto them. It's all going to be loving, supporting, kind, understanding, supporting. And therefore, when you project positive things towards them, due to the twin flame mirror, the one I discussed earlier, that is what they will send back to you. Basically, what happens here is when you project your emotions and your feelings towards your twin flame, they put up their hand like this. And think of my hand as a mirror. They make you deal with your own shit. It's not a typical relationship with everybody else you could have a relationship with, where when you send them negative vibes, they just keep it, or they just brush it off. No. A twin flame will just send your shit right back to you. A twin flame will go, nope, here's the mirror, look at yourself, deal with your shit. And let me tell you, when I received this download today, I just felt this immediate, oh my gosh, I get it now. I understand this now feeling. And just that understanding, or this new level of understanding that I received today, just that alone caused this huge shift within me. I went, oh my gosh, I thought that I had been loving and accepting myself unconditionally. But no, Spirit made it pretty dang clear I have not been. And if you relate to anything I've been saying, you haven't been either. Even though I thought I had been. And you may have thought so too. But Spirit made it pretty dang clear I was wrong. And I was to sit in my wrongness and be wrong. And obviously, I have to seriously up the ante on loving and accepting myself unconditionally. So, ladies, what do you intend to do to further up the ante on loving and accepting yourself? How do you plan on showing up for yourself, taking care of yourself, understanding yourself, accepting yourself? How are we going to do this? My suggestion here is that we focus on our own joy. And you ask, how do we do this? By accepting my challenge. Don't worry, it's not hard. In fact, it's quite joyful. My challenge to you, ladies and gents who are struggling with your own self-acceptance and self-love, is to do at least one thing per day that your soul tells you to do. One thing each day, or more if you want to. Hell, you could do it all day long, every day if you really wanted to. But at least one thing per day that your soul tells you doing for it will make it joyful. Listen to your soul. It knows what's best for you. It knows what's good for you. Feed your soul. It will tell you what it needs. You just have to listen. And this challenge, this one thing that you do per day, could be anything. The world is your oyster. If you want to sit down and slowly sip a cup of coffee in the morning, rather than carrying your cup of coffee around the house with you as you get ready for work and losing it somewhere in the house and forgetting where you put it. If you just want to do something as simple as sitting down for 5 minutes before work and enjoying and savoring the flavor of your cup of coffee, do that. If it's something simple like spending a few minutes just going for a walk, enjoying something of nature, enjoying the wonderful creations that God has put in front of you, fully noticing a wonderful flower growing in your backyard or front yard, anything. If it's taking 5 minutes out of your busy day to fully show up for yourself, or show up for your kids if you have kids, or to show up for a friend or a family member, if it's just taking 5 minutes out of your day, or even 3 minutes, a minute, that you wouldn't normally do, to truly show up and be present for yourself. And I'm getting really emotional all of a sudden. Just feeling the love. So much love. Even if it's just taking 5 minutes, 3 minutes, a minute that you would not normally have done to truly show up for yourself, to take time out for yourself when you need it, or even when you haven't realized you needed it, or to truly show up for your kids if you have kids and be present in the moment with them, or your family members, or your spouse if you have a spouse, or even your twin flame if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. Just do something special that feeds your soul and makes your heart happy and joyful. This is practicing self-love and self-acceptance. This is finding your joy. This is what will help you truly learn to accept yourself. So ladies, I hope you take me up on this challenge and do at least one thing every day. And gentlemen too, if you listen to this and this vibes with you and you really feel good about this, I hope you all take me up on this challenge and do at least one thing per day that your soul urges you to do. Big or little, doesn't matter. It could be moving mountains, or it could be picking up a coffee cup, savoring the flavor of your cup of coffee in the morning. It could just be being present in the moment and showing up for yourself. Doing one thing special for yourself to treat yourself right. It could be showing up for family members, kids, friends, in a way that you would not normally have done before you started this challenge. But I really hope that should you accept my challenge, that it will really cause shifts for you, because I myself have been doing this for a couple of months now, and while I may not always manage to do this every single day, when I do it, and have been doing it consecutively for several days, I definitely feel love, I feel joy, my soul is happy, I feel fulfilled, my heart is full, and I just feel the love. In fact, that was the thing that my spirit prodded me to do today, to make this video for all of you, so that you can enjoy my challenge too, and so that you might be able to enjoy the informative message download that I received today. And when I felt this information from this download sink into me today, right before I started making this video actually, I initiated a conversation with my twin flame that ended up being more kind and more supportive, more loving and more accepting, going back and forth between him and I, than quite possibly has ever happened between the two of us. And I have been lucky enough to have known my twin flame for a year and a half now, and for the most part, we have been in communication, even if it's just a couple of text messages per day, almost every single day in this year and a half. So him and I communicating is not really that difficult or that big of a deal per se. But the conversation that he and I were having right before I got on cam to make this video for you ladies and gents was more loving energy, more kindness, more support, just more love and feel-good energy than quite possibly we have ever had. So when people tell you that this twin flame journey starts with loving and accepting yourself, they are absolutely right. As I said earlier, due to the twin flame mirror, the emotions and the feelings that you harbor within yourself, even if it's subconsciously, towards your twin flame, you subconsciously or even consciously project onto them, and then they therefore project it straight back to you just like this. And they say, that's your shit, you deal with it. So ladies, I hope you accept my challenge. I hope you show up for yourself, love yourself, fully accept yourself, and heal the things within you that are causing you to project things like this towards your twin flame. Because remember, as I said earlier, they are you. They are you. So even if you think that you have been doing this, but are still holding any resentment or pain or anger or frustration towards them, you haven't quite got there yet, ladies or gentlemen. So we must heal ourselves and learn to fully show up for ourselves and be present for ourselves. And just in the few hours since I received this message, when I felt this major shift going on and I communicated this joyful shift that I had and my changed perspective on everything in the running dynamics between him and I, it changed so much between us. So much, ladies. We truly are the one, the only one that can hold this shift. We are the only one who can create the change in the running dynamics between the two of us. We hold the power. We are the divine goddesses. We hold the wisdom. We hold the knowledge. We hold the emotions. we hold the healing. When we heal ourselves, and when we fully show up for ourselves, and we project love and acceptance and support to them, that is all that we will get back from them. And we do have the power to create this shift. We do, ladies. We truly do. I know a lot of you feel completely trapped and completely helpless because of things going on between you and your twin flame, and you don't feel as if there's anything you can do about it. You can. In fact, you are the only one who can. Not only can you do it, but you are the only one who can do it. When you heal yourself, and when you learn to fully show up for yourself, when you learn that you are worth unconditional love, and you learn to accept being unconditionally loved, and loving yourself unconditionally, that is what you will get back from them. So, ladies, accept my challenge. Find your joy. Find your heart. Get in touch with your soul. Find your love for yourself. Even if you think you found it, even if you have found it, find it even deeper. And in the upcoming video, I will discuss Chiron having just gone retrograde, because I actually have a lot of information about this too. So I hope you'll watch that one as well. Be happy with your challenge, ladies and gentlemen, too, should you decide to do this. Accept yourself unconditionally, for you are a divine goddess within your own right. Find your true power, find your goddess, find your love, and realize that you truly are worth being loved unconditionally. You are worth it. Love, light, and so much blessings to all of you. I love all of you so much. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got as much out of this as I have. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever in the world you are when you watch this. And namaste.